Hello. You are about to watch a video produced by the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration. Now we'll talk about the science of addiction. Researchers have found that using drugs or alcohol too much changes the brain. It's as if a switch in the brain is turned on at some point. This point is different for every person, but when this switch turns on, the person becomes dependent on the substance. The development of addiction involves two different areas of the brain, the prefrontal cortex and the limbic system. The prefrontal cortex is the rational part of the brain, the decision maker. The prefrontal cortex directs behavior and evaluates the pluses and minuses of situations. The limbic system supports emotion and motivation. It's separate from the conscious brain. Addiction occurs in this part of the brain where all the basic life drives are located. This can be considered the addicted brain. You can think of addiction as a struggle between the rational brain, the prefrontal cortex, and the addicted brain, the limbic system. It's natural for the brain to want more of something that gives it pleasure. However, when some people use substances, they activate a craving process that is different from desire. For many people, the rational part of the brain keeps substance use in check. But for others, the effect of drugs or alcohol on the limbic system, the addicted brain, begins to override reason and clear thinking. Let's look at how craving response develops. In the early 1900s, Ivan Pavlov conducted experiments in conditioned response. He studied his dog's salivation when food was near. The dog's brain recognized food, and the dog began salivating. As an experiment, Dr. Pavlov began ringing a bell at the same time the food was presented. The dog heard the bell, saw the food, and salivated. When Dr. Pavlov began ringing the bell with no food present, the sound of the bell made the dog salivate. The dog's brain was conditioned. When a person uses drugs frequently and gets a positive feeling, the brain becomes conditioned, just like the dog's brain. The human's conditioned brain gets triggered or causes salivation when it is reminded of the drug.